What if I told you could have a beautifully organized home for under $25? Well, in today's video, I'm sharing the very best IKEA organization finds. They're all under $25, and I promise you, they're going to give you that home edit look at a fraction of the price. First up, we have the Up to Terra flatware tray. That is the only name I'm gonna pronounce today because I don't like when you guys read me for filth down in the comments. But what I love about this cutlery tray is that it blends into your drawer. So most of our drawers look like solid wood. This is a solid wood tray, so it really blends in and almost looks like your cutlery is floating and gives you that really nice custom look. Plus it has really wide trays so you can fit all of your cutlery. Sometimes felt like the little plastic ones only fit like 4 or 5 forks. No, I want 50 forks, okay? And I love that this can accommodate that. Next we have this box with compartment. It's $15.99, and I shared this with you in like my favorite product so far video, and you can click here to go check it out because this is like the best organization item I've ever found, and I've stayed organized for 3 months thanks to this, which is like unheard of. So this is a makeup organizer, and it can fit all of your makeup, all of your beauty, all of your skincare, and it has individual compartments for every single thing. With this, I've been able to clear off my vanity countertop and just use my drawer storage. It is such a game changer, and it's a nice dark black color, so it really blends into the shadows of like a bathroom drawer, making it look really luxe and sophisticated. Now this next item does not look luxe. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, but it is a game changer if you're working with a small space and you don't have room for 2 nightstands or something to that effect. This is a bed pocket. So basically this tucks into the side of your bed and it gives you that storage. This is gonna be amazing for people who they find like their bed stuff overflowing onto their dresser. They have stuff sitting on the floor. Maybe you can't have a nightstand. This is going to make it functional for you. It's a bed pocket. It can fit an iPad. It can fit a book. It can fit your phone chargers. It is just going to help you, especially if you're in a small space. Therefore, I had to absolutely talk about it. Next, we have this pot lid organizer, which is $7.99. It is expandable, so you can make it as wide or as small as you really need to. It can fit pot lids. It can fit cookie sheets, things like that. It can fit pretty much everything. I love this for kitchen items. Now you can also use this in a novel way, and you can use this for your coffee table books. I feel like so many of us have coffee table books or just general books, and we don't know what to do with them. We end up stacking them like horizontally, which is fine. But if you don't have a bookcase, this can be a great way to layer them vertically and make them kind of part of your decor and pop without having to have a proper bookshelf. You can just have them standing upright. It's this beautiful chrome color. This could be like a fun thing to do if you're into more brutalist design style or an MCM design style. You can also use something like this to organize your records if you have records. Just really anything that needs to sit upright, this is going to be a really great option for you. I would even use this on a bookshelf, even if there is a bookshelf, if my books just aren't leaning the way I want them to lean and I want them to look a little bit more intentionally placed. Next, we have this Rennig plate holder. It is $5.99. It's good for plates. I don't have an alternative use for this. I just think it is such a good plate holder. I think that we end up stacking plates horizontally, which is great, but it's so much easier to pick them up this way. I actually moved my plates from one cupboard to another, so it's right above my oven, and I'm able to really easily grab them. And then I was able to use the additional space to store my measuring cups and spoons, so I was actually able to reclaim some space by using something like this. So this is a great organization item, and it does look really custom. As you'd probably know, in luxury homes, they have most of like the dinnerware and stuff sitting up straight so they can really easily access this, and I love that we're getting that same thing from IKEA. Next, I want you to head to the office section and get this magazine file. So of course you can use this for magazines, books, I don't care, but I have some great uses for you. So one, you can use this in your cupboard for all of your cutting boards. Great cutting board storage. You can also use this for all the lids of your Tupperware. Okay, you should store your Tupperware lids on your Tupperware. That doesn't happen for me. I'm too lazy for that. This is a great way to keep all of those at least in the same place. You can also use these for storing your water bottles. You can stack them in there and keep them nice and organized. This is not going to fit a Stanley, but it will fit a standard water bottle if that's something that you need to have organized. You could even use something like this for toilet paper in your bathroom. If you don't want to buy one of those fancy toilet paper organizers, you can stack your toilet paper in here and keep it nice and compact and get it out of that Charmin container. And you can use it to store shopping bags. So maybe you don't want to do that IKEA wall mounted thing. You want to store all of your IKEA bags, your home goods bags, whatever, in a container. You can store this and put it on a shelf and make it really nice and organized so you can just kind of grab and go so that you don't have to pay the 10 cents the next time you go to the grocery store. Next, we have this 3-piece easel and like organizer. This is going to be great in your kitchen. Maybe you don't have a great place to put spices, or you don't want to put your spices away. You're a cook, you want everything accessible. You can hide all the spices in your back and put the cookbook in the front so that it looks almost like a cute little like cookbook setup. No one has to know their spices back there. You could also do something like this for like your little coffee bar. Maybe you want to hide all the coffee supplies in the back there and then prop up a nice coffee table book or even a piece of art to make your countertop look a little bit more designed. I think that this is a really, really great option if you don't want to pay for like a traditional like book stand. You could also use something like this for your jewelry. You can just get like clear peel and stick hooks and put it on there and hook all of your jewelry on, and then in the back you can use this as maybe an organizer for all of your glasses or something like that. Next, I want you to head to the baby section and get this antelope tray mat. Of course, this is amazing for a high chair because man, cleaning a high chair is a full-time job. I'm gonna have to quit my job to do that. But this is great for something like that. This is also gonna be good for maybe putting on your makeup or dealing with hair tools in the bathroom. It can kind of line out your space and make sure you're not getting makeup all over the countertop because it can be really, really difficult to remove. You could also use something like this in the kitchen. If you're prepping stuff, you're worried about accidentally marking up your countertop, this is gonna be a great option as well. You could even maybe lay this over top of a drawer to get some extra cutting board space if you need something like this, or extra storage space if you're doing a lot in the kitchen and you need more prep space. Next, we have this Relaterra phone tablet holder. It clamps on. This is gonna be great for sharing recipes in the kitchen. Maybe you need a place for another screen on your desk and you don't have space, you know, to put it on your actual desktop. This is gonna be a really great option as well. You could also attach something like this to your nightstand. If you wanna like scroll on your Kindle, maybe you can get one of those Kindle attachments that I talk about and scroll on your Kindle with, you know, so that you can read hands-free, or, you know, scroll on TikTok hands-free. I think that's taking it a little bit far, but to each their own. This could be also a great way to display books or display a piece of art in a novel way. Maybe you can't hammer or drill into the wall, maybe you're in a rental. This could be a fun way to attach it to a piece of furniture and still make it look like it's on the wall, but it's really just floating in the air. And what can't you do with this Compliment multi-use hanger? You can use this for scarves, you can use this for belts. I personally would use this for like hair bows. You can clip them on there. You can put 50 million bows on here if you wanted to. You can use it for literally, I don't even need to explain it to you. You can use this for absolutely everything. You could also use this to like DIY like a piece of art using paint swatches, fabric swatches, things like that. Maybe you're a designer, maybe you're designing a space, you want to see everything together and kind of carry it from room to room. You can clip everything on there using clothespins or bobby pins or something like that. And it's a great way to travel around with something. This could also be great to take to a store with you. You want all of the swatches together. Maybe you're selecting something from Home Goods, want to make sure it matches. This is going to be the way to do so because it's much better to see the true pigment and color of things when you have it in person as opposed to a picture on your phone. Next, we have these sealing clips. Obviously, they're going to be great for sealing up your dog food, your sugar, your flour, things like that. I also want you to use these as like tube rollers. So maybe you have toothpaste and there's a little bit at the bottom and you feel like you can't get it out. You can use it to roll your toothpaste and move all of it up to make sure that you're using the very most of your product, whether it's toothpaste, steroid, whatever type of cream you want. And IKEA is obviously famous for this Lazy Susan, and rightfully so, because it can go in so many different directions and it pops out. I don't know, it's really, really cool. Use this on your vanity, use this in your refrigerator, use this under your vanity in your bathroom, because I feel like we often buy duplicates of these because we're like, oh, we ran out, but we really didn't. We just couldn't see super well in that area. I also want to encourage you to cover this Lazy Susan maybe with paint, spray paint, a peel and stick wallpaper, and use it on your coffee table to kind of rotate decor and keep practical and impractical things on your coffee table and make them accessible to you, so you don't have to stand up and walk to the other side of your coffee table just to get your remote. This could make it a little bit more functional for you. This could also really be great on a sideboard in a dining room for drinks. Maybe you have lots of different alcohols, you want to see them out on display, just rotate it around so that you can see them very easily so you don't end up buying duplicates. And last but not least, we have this wall mounted trash can. Of course, this can be good for trash. It could also be good for reusable bags, things like that. I personally would use it for stuffed animals, mounted in your kids' room, and put all their stuffies in there and they can get them when they want to instead of like taking up all of the space on the bed. I personally like all of the stuffed animals on display, but she doesn't sleep in the bed, so that's why I'm able to do it. But eventually this is gonna be a really good hack. You could also use this as a wall mounted hamper, maybe in the bathroom or in a closet so that the hamper isn't out and you can't see all of those dirty, smelly clothes. They're kind of hidden really beautifully. But that's it for today's video. Those are my IKEA organization hacks that I think are absolutely amazing. They're gonna help your home look so much more sophisticated, so much more put together. And the best part is all of those products are under $25. If you wanna shop any of the products I shared in today's video, they're linked all down below so you can shop them at your local IKEA. And let me know down in the comments which hack was your favorite. And do you have a hack from IKEA that we all need to know? Be sure to let us know down below. If you liked today's video, please consider smashing that subscribe button and hitting that like button so that I know you like content like this. And until next time, have a beautiful day.